I just rented this gigantic mansion right here, and I am going to show you guys every square inch of it, inside and out, top to bottom. This is a 10,000 square foot mansion I just found on Airbnb. I actually rented it for my wife's birthday for a week. Wait until you see what it looks like inside. There is an indoor pool, a hot tub, there's a movie theater. I'll take you in there in just a minute, but let's just start outside. First, there is a long lane that comes from the main road. As you drive up here, here's a little pond. We've got a waterfall over here. Oh my gosh, look at this. Can you guys see all these tadpoles? Mini tadpoles on these rocks down here. That's gonna be like a billion frogs. As I walk around the perimeter here, I can already hear them jumping in the water. So this is actually a big wedding venue. They have stables down here where they actually bring horses out into this pasture here. This was someone's private residence at one point. Over here we've got basketball courts and tennis courts. This sits on 30 acres. You can see we've got a giant pond out here. Way over on this side here, we actually have a play area for kids. There's an area over here you can have a big bonfire. Then we have a little sandbar here, like a little beach. Paddleboard, a kayak, a canoe. There's a couple of paddle boats out here. Here's a view of the property from over here at the pond. Look how enormous that house is. On the right there, you've got the living area, and then as we move all the way to the left, that's where the indoor pool is. There's a little pool house connected to it. And a little fun thing that they do for the guests is that they have like a scavenger hunt, and they have these little clues scattered around the whole property. On this end of the pond, you can see we've got a couple of ducks swimming around. There's a gazebo here, and there's a big concrete pad here. This, I believe, is where they have their weddings. Here's another view of the house from the back corner. This is the little pool house here. They call it a cottage, actually. This is the pool right here. I'll show you inside there in just a little bit, but we can go ahead and take a look in the windows here. We didn't rent the cottage, but you can see it's a nice little pool house here. Some people can stay if they wanted to. Through this window over here, you can see there's a little kitchen in there, and then upstairs would be a bedroom. There may even be 2 bedrooms in there. I don't know. Here's a shot of the house from this far angle here. We got a hot tub out here. That's the pool behind it. We got Rapunzel's tower here. I love the stonework on this house. A view of the front porch here. We got some rocking chairs. You can just kick back here and relax. This little entrance over here actually goes into the laundry room, but we've got the main entrance right here, and look at these doors. These windows remind me of the Princess Bride at Miracle Max's house. Those do actually have panels behind them that can open up when somebody comes and knocks at the door. You can look out. Only thing is, they see your whole face looking there. All right, let's go ahead and go in. So stepping in the door here, I can show you. Here's the little door that you open up, and there's where you look out. Walking in the door, this is the main entrance here. Got a long dining room table over there. Look at all the woodwork here. We got steps going up to the second floor. I'll take you up there in a minute. This is the great room. Not the biggest room I've ever seen, but it's a nice little sitting room. We've got a stone fireplace and a TV up there. This is what the entryway looks from the inside of the door. And then up here, we got a little chandelier, and that's actually a little library up there. I'll take you up and show you that in a minute too. Here's a view from the corner of the great room. As you can see, we've got all this woodwork up here on the second floor. We've got a bedroom over here I'm gonna take you in. There's that dining room area over there. Through here is the kitchen and the living room. Just look at these steps here. This is incredible. I absolutely love this. Goes up to a little landing, and then that goes up to the second floor. And down here around from this one goes down to the basement. I'm gonna take you down there as well. Down this hall past the steps, there's the kitchen door on the right. We've got a little bathroom right here. This is the laundry room in here. And here's the other door I said also has one of these little peepholes here. You see out front. This is just a big closet here. This is actually a garage here. Pretty enormous too. You could probably fit 4 to 5 cars in here. We'll come back up this way here, and I'll show you the bedroom on this end of the hall. So as we enter here, enormous bedroom. Look at this. king size bed over here. You got a couch that folds out to another bed here, a whole sitting area, TV and shelves up there. This is just an enormous room. And I love this recessed ceiling too. Here's a look from the opposite corner here. And through this door here, this actually goes into a bathroom, but we have a closet on each side of the hall here. And I'll show you, when you open the closet, it automatically turns the light on, and it's a giant walk-in closet. As we come back out here, this is the bathroom right here. We got a giant tub right here. We've already been swimming. We've got a big shower right there. Huge vanity over here with 2 sinks. And then in here is a little bathroom. And look, we've got a little urinal in there. This door here, exit out into a hallway, which takes us back down that way towards the kitchen and the living room. This is the way that you would go down to the pool. And I'll take you out there in just a little bit. And there are these enormous windows throughout the entire place where you can look out and just see the whole property. Like, no matter where you're at in the house, there are big windows. So we'll go ahead and come down this way. Here's a door you could close if you wanted more privacy. Before we get into the kitchen area, I'll show you this right here. This is a back porch that you can step out on. Little sitting area out here, and it just looks over the whole property. So if you close that door and that one right there, that whole end of the house could be closed off. So if we continue through here then, this brings us into this wide open kitchen and living room here. Little table here where I have some birthday balloons and stuff set up. But again, you can see where there's just windows lining the entire place. So let's go ahead into the living room here. And this is a giant area. You can see that we've got a couple of full-size couches here, a couple of chairs, stone fireplace over here, and a TV. And there is tons of room even back here behind this couch here, and all the way to the kitchen over in that area. So this is an absolutely enormous space that you could use for having guests over or parties or Christmas or whatever. From here you can see out this window down onto the back porch here, where we have a giant stone fireplace out there. And then over here, as we go towards the kitchen, there is tons and tons of counter space in here. We've got this long bar here where we're sitting working on our computers, coffee station and a desk over here. And then this is the kitchen here. We've got this gigantic island here. I love this. I love how it has a little sink here on it. More counter space all the way around. Another giant window you can just see out while you're doing dishes or whatever. I can't get over this island here. I love this thing. But we've got a cooktop over here. We've got a double oven over here. And look at all the cupboards in here. Okay, so out of the kitchen, we're gonna come this way. We'll go down in the basement in a minute. But let's go ahead and go upstairs. You got a little landing here, and I love how this overlooks the whole living room and everything, even over into the great room area and where you come in the front door there. And then another set of steps right here to bring you all the way up. There's one bedroom straight ahead, a long hallway here. We're gonna go down in just a minute. Let me turn on some lights here. There you go, now you can see down the hallway. So let's go ahead and just start in this bedroom right here. And again, king size bed right here. Got a giant TV. I think every room in this house has a TV. Now look at this. You got a little sitting area over here. This window looks over the front yard. And there's a little cove here if you have kids staying. Look at that. Little Lego table. Not only that, but this one over here, this is just a closet. But the one beside it is another secret little cove. Check this out. It's a closet itself, but also in here is a little secret cove for kids. Some sleeping bags in there, so if you were having a lot of people stay here, you've got plenty of space. Okay, let's go on out of this room. We're gonna go to the right because I love this right here. Look at this whole banister here, and you can just overlook the entire house down here. Look at that stairway. Right behind me here is the little area that I said is the little library. And this overlooks the front door down there in the entryway. If we come back through here, you can see there's books on the shelves. Giant window overlooking the front. And then more books over here. Little bench here. And look at this. Look at this shot just looking forward here. And looking down over the entryway. All right, keep coming this way. Make a right, and then we've got one more room here. This is a bedroom as well. Another king-size bed. Couple of closets here. Big bathroom. Couple of big closets here. We got a pack and play in there. Another big closet here with another little cozy cove. Little sitting area over here. And is this another cozy cove yet? Yeah, look at this. Little table in there also. And like the other ones, this also has a big TV. Okay, let's go ahead and go out. We'll go down the long hallway here. So the bedroom we just came from, that's the only one up here that has its own bathroom. There's another bathroom right here in the middle of the hallway. Straight across, here is another bedroom with 2 queen beds here. Giant TV. And this is awesome down here. At the end of the hall, through these double French doors, look at this room. This thing is huge. King-size bed all the way down at the bottom. And then 4 twin-size beds for kids. Look at that. That is an enormous room right there. This room is probably 20 by 40. This one also has a TV in it, just like all the other ones. We got a little teepee down here for the kids to play in. A double set of doors here that overlooks the backyard. And we can actually go outside here. And this is a little balcony here that overlooks the whole property in the back. And then down here to the back area where you got a couple of tables here. There's a grill down there. Giant fireplace. So that pretty much takes care of the second floor. Okay, let's go ahead down into the basement here. We got another set of steps. I personally would be putting in elevators if I lived here. But as we enter into this room here, this is a giant bar right here. Look at this. Look how many seats are around this bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 seats around this bar. It's so huge. This is a full kitchen back in here. We can go back in here. I'll show you. Look at all the cupboard space. I know it's kind of dark, but all this cupboard space around the bar. Then we got a sink here, a dishwasher. We've got a cooktop here, fridge and freezer, a microwave. The only thing there is not down here is an actual oven. This is a wine cellar. Look at this. This is where all the wine would go up here. This is pretty cool right here. I actually thought this was like a secret door when I first came in here. I was pushing on the sides trying to see if I could get it to open. And it still might be, and I just don't know how to open it. But yeah, this little room is pretty cool here. And if we come back out through here, I'm just going to give you a little peek. We've got all our snacks here, candy, and little bags of popcorn and stuff. Because we're going to go look at this in a second. That is a home theater through there. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's come on out here. We've got a baby grand player piano here. If you hit some of these buttons down here, it actually plays music. And then this whole room here is like a game room. I don't remember what you call this, like shuffleboard or something. We got all the casino pictures up here, the Stardust. Look, we've even got a picture here from Ocean's 11. If we come over this way, these doors will open up and take you out to that back patio that I showed you. Keep coming this way, you can see we've got a pool table. There's another little bar along the wall here. A dartboard over here. And then there's a fireplace, a TV, more shelves over there, games on the shelves. Look at this place. Absolutely enormous. And it's fun down here too. We were watching Mr. Mom on the TV and playing pool yesterday. I mean, this place is huge. You have to have your walking shoes on when you're in here. Look at this. We've got 3 more places even to go here. I'll take you back down this hall first. And this is another bedroom here, another king-size bed. And then if I turn around this way slowly as to not get you dizzy, another giant TV, another couch that folds out to another bed, big sitting area over here. And then we can come back out this way. Down this hall is the theater. Through here is another game room, like an entire casino. We've got a giant craps table here. Each of these tables actually has a book to kind of tell you how to do it. And here's some rules up on the wall here. As we turn down this way, you can see we've got a poker table over here. We've got the roulette wheel over here, air hockey over here, foosball over here. You've got a gym over here. Well, a partial gym. If it were my house, I would have like a bench and just a whole lot of other stuff. But you got the treadmill, the bike, you got this little thingy over here, whatever you call it. Mirrors all along the walls, and yeah, this is just an enormous room here. More mirrors over here. Little bathroom in here. And the water heater and the heating and cooling units are concealed so well. There's a couple of locked doors in here, and they've got to be behind that stuff because you never even see them in this house. So this door right here, you can push right through and go to the theater, but I'm going to take you back the other way. So if we come back into this area here, and we turn around right by the baby grand piano, you can see where above this door it says cinema. And if we go down this hall here, this is the indoor theater. Now this room right here, they probably had tons of DVDs in, Blu-rays. But if we come into here, this is the theater right here. This is an actual projection screen. I think this is about 120 inches. You got giant speakers here, full surround sound, 6 giant recliners back here. And you can see how the floor steps up as well. Very, very cool. And I love this window right here that just opens up right into the kitchen, because whatever you're having, whatever kind of snacks or anything, you can just set right there. You could even put a table right here. This has like blankets and pillows in it, but you could put a table right there and have pizza on it or whatever snacks you want. Easy access for anybody watching the movies. And there you go. That is the home theater. We watched a movie down here last night, and it was awesome. So one more look at that, and then we are going to head upstairs. We can shut off some of these lights here, and once it's dark like this, the screen looks so much better. So let's go ahead and go back upstairs, and I will take you guys to show you the pool now. Okay, back upstairs, turn off that light, and we're going to head all the way over here, down this hallway, and we're going to go out and see the pool. So this is my favorite part of the entire house. Once you get to this area right here, you can already smell the pool. That smell of like chlorine and just the warm air. Now that's the bathroom door that goes into our bedroom. Just down these little steps here. Here's more steps that go up into the tower. We're going to go up there in a minute. But down this little hallway right here, you can see the hot tub right out there. And right through here is the pool. Look at this. Indoor pool. This place is my favorite place in the entire house. It is so warm in here right now, and it smells so good. It just takes me back to those days when my parents would just take us to a hotel for a couple of nights just to get away. We were like, 6, 7, 8 years old playing in the pool with G.I. Joe guys. But yeah, look at that. This is incredible. Even this beam work up here, these trusses, how they're exposed, I absolutely love that. All the windows around the perimeter that you can just see out over the property. We got a water slide here that I don't fit on. We got a diving board down there. This pool actually goes from 3 feet down here down to 10 feet by the diving board. We've got a giant area over there with loungers. Ping pong table over here. Here's another lounging area. Giant fireplace, big TV up there, little basketball game here, and this is the pool house. This is what they call the cottage. Now, since we didn't rent that, we can't go in, but I showed you what it looks like from the outside through the windows, and we can take a peek in through this door right here. We can just see the kitchen area in here. Over through that door there is where the sitting area, the living room is. A little bathroom over there, a table over here. But this is the pool area here. I love it so much. Just imagine being in here in the winter. It's warm in here, you're swimming, you're watching the snow fall through all those windows. You've got an awesome movie on the TV, and then after you've had your fill of swimming, you can go out this door right over here, right to the hot tub. And there is nothing like a hot tub in the winter. All right, so this is the very last thing here, and this is the tower. A lot of steps here. We got 3 levels to go up. There's something on each level. And on the first level, we have swings. These swings are actually just for kids up to 100 pounds. So we have more steps over here. We're gonna go ahead and go up these. And as we get up here, it is a yoga room. We got a TV over there with a DVD. We got yoga mats on the walls. And then as we go up our last set of steps here, we have more swings. These are like, man, I don't even know what the heck you call these. Like hammock swings, I guess they would be. And then of course, we can look out the window here. You can see the front all the way down here. And as with the rest of the house, windows all around. This is cool right here. You can see all along the back of the pond there. So there it is, guys, a full tour of the mansion that I rented for my wife for her birthday for a week. I am gonna go put my trunks on and jump in this pool.